All right, friends, it's T, and I'm back with another video, and it's on our good friends, the Tren twins. Yes, the steroid gym lifting fitness slaves, or should I say, the Tren slaves. Yeah, man. All right, so I don't know. Let's review this video and see what it's all about. It says full day of eating and a new cycle. They're on a new cycle, bro. Their new cosmetic cycle, creating these artificial muscles and this artificial strength. Yes, man, it's fun. Yahoo! All right. Isn't life great when you're young, man? Just do fucking shit all day. In the modern world, man. 21st century, it's all shit now. That's the life, man. Yeah, bro. Yes, this is how you want to live life, man. I could see their future wives right now, man. Who'd want to be married to the Tren twins?
Damn, already getting choked out in the morning because Christian's a little fucking... I got bedhead, haven't shaved.
Fuck, they only have like 1.8 million subscribers because they injected some steroids. This is great. But they didn't pass Sam Sulek, who injected steroids too. Okay.
In a few days. And frankly, I'm hungry as This is why we don't record our vlog or normal life, because, you know, this shit ends up happening.
Because they're hungry all the time. I'm hungry. It's all that steroids. It pushes you to do crazy stuff running around. Energy, man. So you got to eat because you're expelling energy.
It doesn't wet your whistle, and I don't know what does. Wet your whistle. Look at that.
You know, I bet they think that eating all this food is actually building a real muscle in their body. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the cosmetics. They think cosmetics build muscles. Food builds muscles. But everything is controlled in the natural world still. Even if you are using cosmetics and artificial means to create artificial muscles and artificial strength, your body still functions in the natural world, even if you are doing something unnatural. That's why it's cosmetic and it doesn't last. You've got to keep taking it just like marijuana. You can't be stoned if you don't keep smoking the marijuana. Eventually it stops if you stop smoking. Just like steroids.
Look at that beautiful color, that creaminess in those eggs.
Yes, the more of those eggs you're going to eat, the more nothing's going to happen.
Why aren't mine cooking? Look at that. Take the spatula. Here you go. Thanks, brother.
They do. Steroids have the testosterone. It's a known fact. Like just testosterone alone has the ability to help with protein synthesis. But guess what? Muscle cells have an MND size limit, unlike fat cells. Fat cells, they don't have no limit. They don't have an MND size limit. They're not regulated by follistatin, myostatin, or the satellite cell or this MND size domain, the myonuclear domain size limit. But your muscle fibers are. You were born with a set of muscle fibers, but they can only get so big. Oh, yeah.
You got one spatula for something. So you got that typical...
I know. You're all looking at them thinking, yes, their muscles just kept growing and growing because the steroids forced it to grow past the MND size limit. No molecule can bypass myonuclear domain size limit. The only thing that will bypass it is the satellite cell, and it has to donate extra cells, and then those cells get bigger. Oh, yeah.
Just bodybuilder fucking meal, honestly. Egg whites, oats.
Yeah, they think that shit is actually building muscles. That shit ain't building them muscles. The best thing to focus on if you want to bypass MND size limit when it reaches a ceiling limit, just keep packing those glycogen. Just keep eating those potatoes, you bumpkins, and you'll blow up even bigger than you are now, even though it's already retaining all that glycogen in your muscle right now. Look at these fools eating like crazy. Look, I know people are going to question me because I know I get crazy people all the time on the channel. So, okay, I'll prove it to you. So when you go into, not this one. When you go into when you go into PubMed, which this is the short version, because somebody's gonna say, well, it's PubMed. No, it's NCBI, okay? So it's a shorter version, that's all. I'm not gonna bring out the whole version. So myonuclear domain size limit, all right. Tells you here, right there at the very top. See that? MND size has a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond which extra myonuclei are donated by satellite cell to support further muscle growth. And when did it reach that ceiling limit during hypertrophic process where the progenitor is beyond which extra nuclei are donated by the progenitor, the satellite cell, to do what? To support further muscle growth. I'm talking about muscle growth. I'm not, listen, there's two types of muscle growth. There's myofibrillar and then there's sarcoplasmic, the artificial muscle growth. So this supports the real muscle growth, the myofibrillar growth. Okay, you understand that? Yeah, the cytoplasm. Not the sarcoplasm, the cytoplasm. So what happens is, it looks like this actually. So if you go nuclei acquired by overload, this is when it happens. It happens right here. And you all call it newbie gains. They're gonna mention it in the video, don't worry. They're gonna mention that newbie gain shit. So untrained first training, there it is, satellite cell fusion, see that? And then they hypertrophy. Hypertrophy precedes, it has to precede that. So that's when it hypertrophies. If protein synthesis exceeds that breakdown, then it will hit that ceiling limit right there. Boom. So yeah, that's what makes muscles grow. And they reach the ceiling limit. Because if you notice, when they atrophy and then they come back retrain, they're not getting any more. They're not getting any more of these nuclei. Yeah, man. Okay, I'm not saying you can't get an adaptation by lifting heavier weight, causing some damage. It's a possibility. They got something a little tiny bit more, but I really doubt it. So yeah, and that's what it looks like. And so what is this? What are these two types of myofibrillar growth? Well, one is sarcoplasmic glycogen. The other one is myofibrillar, real muscles, increase the myofibrillar size. So there you go. And you can consider that as unnatural, because like they tell you here, you can look it up yourself if you don't believe me. I don't know why this is taking so long. It's kind of odd. Okay, so basically sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is a kind of what? Artificial muscle growth. So even if you are a natty, you're not taking steroids. If you eat bags and bags of complex carbohydrates and you start growing your muscles eating complex carbohydrates through glycogen, this is a type of artificial muscle growth. So whether you take steroids or whether you do it natural, look, I'm not saying you're gonna keep that ripped look. If you want to be ripped and have this look, looking like a steroid guy, it's really simple. You have to be an ectomorph, very skinny, low body fat, or just lose all the body fat first and then do the sarcoplasmic training second. So then you looked ripped all the time and really big and puffy like the Tren twins. You'll look like that without steroids, by glycogen loading, by eating shitloads of potatoes and working out in the gym. You're gonna look big like them. I can guarantee you, I've done it on my channel, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. People seen me before on my old channel. When I did it, I gained like 20 pounds and like working out once a week, in like 4 or 5 weeks, I gained 20 pounds. Okay, a sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. And I could keep gaining more if I wanted, but I don't like that. I'm an older person, I don't give a fuck about it. This is just for teaching purposes only, okay? So you understand what the fuck you're getting out there. Yes, hork that down, yes.
I'm gonna let that digest, because
They're not even that big either. They're just puffy, sarcoplasmic. You can see they're pumped out. They're pumped out, man. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. That's what bodybuilders chase. That's the major growth that they get, sarcoplasmic. That's why they look so big and puffy.
it's gonna take a while for all the fiber, those eggs, probably like a few hours.
Fiber? You can't even digest fiber. It's gonna take time to do what? What?
I'll eat muscle. I'll be hungry in probably an hour, honestly.
Muscles? Yeah, you'll be hungry because you're exercising all day and running around doing shit.
You got 5 meals today. You're fat. I'm fat as
Man, these people are so brain dead. These two guys, they actually think they're actually building real muscles. They're so dumb.
You're fat as I'm fat as You want to tell me some more? Yeah, you're fat as I'm probably eating more than I was in December.
No molecule, nowhere in the MND size limit, even the long version of NCBI, does it say that steroids can bypass myonuclear domain size limit. It cannot. No steroid can create a myonuclei. The satellite cell donates its nuclei, but a molecule cannot create a nuclei out of thin air or breatharian diets or protein diets or any of these things to support further muscle growth for that myofibrillar, because myofibrillars have a domain size limit. They can only get so big. They can only get so big. You need more of these cells, and then they get bigger, and then you need more cells again to get them to get bigger, because they have an MND size limit. That's why it's easier to get fat, because fat has no MND size limit, and it's easier to put on sarcoplasmic glycogen muscles, these artificial muscles, because they too do not have an MND size limit. Get it, man? That's the reason why you get so big so fast eating a shitload of food. You gain a lot of weight. Go, well, I've gained a lot of weight. You do gain a lot of weight. You gain a lot of fat. You gain a lot of glycogen in your muscle. You can gain it just by eating, not even working out. You understand me? Yeah.
Because I would eat crumble cookie and then starve myself because I was just like.
Where did you think all the weight went when you ate? Let's say you put on a shitload of weight and you go, well, you're not working out. There's people not working out. They put shitloads of weight. Where do you think all that weight stores itself? Just in fat? No, man. It stores it in muscle and in fat. 2 places. Yeah. That's why you could put on shitloads of weight on muscle and in fat. But you can't put on myofibrillar growth because it has an MND size limit.
Damn, I'm fat as Speaking of gear, we got a new cycle. You know, everybody wants to know about steroids. They think it's an all. I'm taking like 200 milligrams.
Yeah, steroids, they're a cosmetic look because these guys are lazy. They don't want to eat shitloads of potatoes and, put on sarcoplasmic doing it that way. And they want to get crazy with lifting weights, the chemical strength, that artificial chemical strength, and go crazy and pretend and look cool and everything. Look at me. I lifted a heavy weight. I'm destroying my body, my brain and everything and my function, my whole body with these fucking toxic drugs and everything. Look at me. Yaha, hoo-hoo. It's all fun and games and great when you're young, but wait till they get to an age around late 30s and stuff when it really, all those things are going to come back to bite the shit out of them. They're going to regret what they did to themselves.
Grams of fucking test a week, which is you're not taking 220. What was it? 70, 140, 210. Yeah, so I was 10 milligrams off. Me. Right now we're on fucking 210 milligrams of test, 20 milligrams of Anavar, 2 IUs of growth. You see how that affects us, which is practically nothing. Keep everything like moderately low. Like I don't even.
Yes, Tren, this, that. So because it's absorbing more of this glycogen into the muscle. Again, a Tren cannot bypass MND size limit. The progenitor cell has to do that. And it's very specific. It's very specific for it to come out and donate its nuclei. It's very specific if it ever were to donate its nuclei. It's very specific. And no, it's not a nuclei overload training like these stupid people on on YouTube. They go 30 days of nuclei overload training. I'm going to wave my arms up and down with weights every day for 30 days. You don't get nuclei by working your arm every day for 30 days. That's just stupid.
Need that much. It gets to a certain point where it's actually toxic for your body and it's preventing you from actually getting better. The reason
toxic? You're just figuring that out now. It's toxic to your liver, your kidneys, everything, your whole body, your muscles, your skin. It's toxic just about every cell in your body because it's made from plants. And plants are toxic. All plants. Even the shit you're smoking, snorting, and eating all day there, these plant foods you're eating, they're filled with oxalates and shit and toxins and poisons. How do you think they protect themselves from predators from eating them? Duh.
You want to stay away from just fucking taking gear as a beginner lifter is because you're putting on natural gains that you could have put on natty. You want to like extend how much gains you can get as a natural because you don't want to put.
You want to extend how much natural gains you can get. Well, this is the natural gains that you can get. That's it. In the beginning, when you come in, your instincts are not fooling all you people when you say you reached All of you say, I reached my natty limit, or my genetic limit, or I'm a hard gainer. All those three things that you're saying, your instincts are not lying to you. You reached it right there. See that? And it's called an MND size limit, like it says here. See that? It's called a myonuclear domain size limit. See? MND size has a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process, beyond which extra myonuclei are donated by satellite cell to do what? To support further muscle growth. That's it. It's beyond it to support further muscle growth right there. And so he's telling you to do your newbie gait, to do your natural gains.
You want to put on muscle taking steroids that you could put on naturally, like that.
No. Yeah, that I could explain to you. The artificial muscle growth, yes, that you could have put on without steroids. That's called sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. That was this one we talked about right now, remember? That's sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. It's artificial muscle growth. And you're taking artificial drugs, and you can put on more of this artificial growth. See that? But you could do it naturally with potatoes.
You want to put on muscle taking steroids that you could put on naturally.
It's the complex carb that you want to eat. Why? Because it doesn't spike insulin. And so it's slow absorbing. That's what's so good about it. And for every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water are drawn between the skin and the muscle into the muscle to create these artificial muscles. Yeah.
Actually, like, that just sounds fun. Then you're going to have to take more steroids later on in your lifting career to get more gains. So you're kind of like, you're compensating.
That's funny. I like when he says, you got to take more steroids to get more gains in your lifting career. No, you don't. You just have to eat more complex carbohydrates. That's your problem. You're just not eating enough. Because I'll tell you why. It's just like everything else in the natural world, in natural bodies. So here, I'll explain this. Maybe people don't understand this. Okay. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. So if muscle is going to gain mass, that was the mass part. What, when you're untrained, you come in, you get the satellite cell, and now they hypertrophy through what? Mass. So if muscle is going to gain mass, protein synthesis must exceed that protein breakdown. So usually in the beginning, as a newbie person, you're eating enough to exceed that first time, that to see that mass on that myofibrillar. But some people eat more, some people eat less. I don't know. I can't tell you. Some look bigger, smaller, this, that, whatever. Okay, but it reaches a ceiling limit. It reaches a ceiling limit. It doesn't matter how much protein you eat. So here's another thing. So the glycogen, it too is like this. Glycogen synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. Listen. To see that those fake phony glycogen muscles that these Tren twins have, glycogen synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. Yeah, to see that. So what's the best one? Complex carbohydrates. What is that? Potatoes or rice. But potatoes are better because rice has arsenic in it.
Just sounds fun. Then you're going to have to take more steroids later on in your lifting career.
No, you need to take more. You need to eat more glycogen, so it can exceed that breakdown in glycogen. That's all.
Get more gains, so you're kind of like, you're compensating. So stay natural.
These guys are coping, man. They're compensating. They're coping. They can't handle the truth that their muscles are fake. They're artificial. A lot of people can't handle that. They get fucking nuts, man. When I bring up this information, they get fucking retarded, man. They go nuts, crazy, man. They got to bring out crazy shit and everything to disprove everything, but they've never disproved any of the reports that I've brought out. They go, well, this guy brings out 12, 19 reports to prove what he says. But nobody has ever made a video disproving each and every one of the reports that I brought out. They've never disproved that there isn't an MND size limit, ceiling limit, the progenitor, untrained muscles, unaccustomed this, that, the repeated bout effect, or any of these things that I have ever brought out. Protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown through NCBI. Nobody has disputed any of those things. So there you go, because they're real, they're not fake. Nobody's ever disputed that sarcoplasmic is artificial muscle growth. You can't solidify muscles with glycogen. Only protein can.
Stay natural.
I like that one. That's the best advice. Stay natural. Yeah, okay. You should stay natural yourself.
Oh, me, man, I'm going for that jalapeno. That definitely has calories in it, though. Chicken and fucking rice. What do you know? The most easily digestible meal for your body because it has the least amount of nutrients. I don't want to give any misleading fucking information. I watched a whole YouTube video on the history of meats and which is most nutritious. But as far as amino and like overall mineral composition, it lasts. How do you find a way to argue about chicken and rice? I don't know. I consume this literally probably in 30, 40 minutes, work out.
I'm surprised they actually could get steroids that work. Most of it's all fake anyways out there. Where are they ordering this from? Online? Steroids are illegal in America. I'm surprised their channel is still running.
I live by 3 rules. All right? Eat, finish everything on your plate. Believe Jesus died on the cross for your sins. And the third one,
spit it out.
That's why I try to tell people on my YouTube channel, it's all about the look. It's all about the look, man. It's all about the look, man. Body does the talking, okay.
with the celebration of its own. Chest Day. Get her nice and warmed up, eh? A little foreplay. At 135. Yeah, just demolish that shit. Let's go, baby.
All right, so they got a heavy lifting routine. It's artificial, it's again, man, it's artificial strength. It's artificial strength, man. What gives you the strength? Okay, well, people might even ask this. Okay, I'll bring this one up too. So what controls strength? All right, you want to know what controls strength? That's what controls strength. So there's a short version of it. Myocytic androgen receptor controls the strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles. See that? So how do you want to stay anabolic? How do you want to stay anabolic if you're not taking steroids? It's really simple. You want to eat in an anabolic growth state. So you're not hungry, so your nitrogen balance is even. So you shut off the catabolic hormone, it converts to an androgen, so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor. It'll give you more force production if that catabolic hormone is shut off and converted to an androgen, so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor, giving you more maximum force production. See? But the strength have anything to do with the mass of the limb muscles? Absolutely not. See? The androgen receptor controls the strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles. So what controls the mass? Well, these hypertrophies do. Get it? The sarcoplasmic, the glycogen does, and protein. Protein and glycogen, they control the mass of the limb muscles. Without those two ingredients, there's nothing going on there. But the domain limit is controlled by the satellite cell and by myostatin. Myostatin and the satellite cell, they both control that myonuclear domain size limit. There you go. Yeah. And you're trying to figure out, well, how are they bypassing the MND size limit? They are. They're bypassing it with sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. That's how they're bypassing it, through glycogen loading, taking steroids. Steroids will load more glycogen in there. That's what it's doing. It's holding it in there. You, unfortunately, you have to eat a lot of potatoes and glycogen. They, unfortunately, are taking drugs to just hold it. It's absorbing and holding it in the muscle. But you need to get more of that ATP energy, and whatever, eating these fucking potatoes, bro. You got to load them and load them. You have to exceed that breakdown. You need to exceed that breakdown. Yeah. To create these phony muscles like the Tren twins. As far as that lift right there, lifting really heavy, that's really easy. Eat at the buffet 6 hours a day. After the buffet, keep going home, keep eating and eating to suppress the catabolic hormone so it can convert to an androgen so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor, like I showed you there, giving you maximum force production. And you too shall be able to lift and bench that heavy as a young person in the gym as well, if you can eat in an anabolic growth state. So you too could be anabolic, just like the Tren twins, using food. They don't eat enough. I saw their breakfast and everything. They're not in an anabolic growth state. They're using steroids to be anabolic. You understand me? But again, their lifts, it's based on chemical strength. It's fake. And so that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's based on chemical strength. It's fake. It's not based on your myofibrillar strength. So yeah, if you get more myofibrillars, then you'll have more natural strength to push that. You wouldn't have to practice at doing that. But if you have to practice, it's chemical strength. So there you go. And as far as the muscles, they're fake.
Said I got it after it's laying on his fucking chest. Most prideful motherfucker I ever met. Bro's dying. I got it. Now, freaking upper pecs. What are we doing, incline?
They're gonna do upper chest now. They're getting all pumped up. See, that's the thing. When just like Sam Sulek, these guys are like they're chasing the pump. If you eat protein, do you think protein is gonna give you a pump? No, absolutely not. Why do you think they sell these things on the shelves in the health food store? Pump, get the pump, the pump. It's sugar. And so they're gonna get the pump from sugar, nitric oxide, sugar, whatever. And so it's the glycogen that's giving them this pump. It's pumping up because they're drawing more of this for every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water drawn between the skin and the muscle into the muscle. These things are not hard to explain. They're not hard to explain. I'm not saying that they can't get it, lifting by lifting very heavy, you can possibly get another 1 or 2 more adaptations, maybe 1 more of this donation by the satellite cell. It's a possibility, some nuclei, a little bit more. But that domain is very small when it goes up. To get it really to go up very high, you have to do something very specific. And again, it's beyond where you can donate any extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth. Just like it says there. So what do all these doofuses opt for? It's easy. They opt for the second version, the artificial muscle growth, sarcoplasmic. They're benching like Michael Hearn weight, four plates. 4 plates they're benching. 4, maybe even 5 plates, right? They're not doing anything different than any other steroid user would do. They're benching pretty much the same weight. You know what I mean? And they don't look astronomically huge. They're tiny guys. They're what I would call manlets. They're manlets. Look at them. Look at the little manlet posing. Look. It's a little manlet. Because they're, how should I put it? They're, I don't know. They're like fucking, they're manlets, bro. They're not confident in them. They're not self-confident. That's why they're taking steroids, because they're manlets. And these manlet, little British bulldog manlets, they take these steroids because not confident in themselves. The majority of people that go to gyms, notice their height. They're all small people like this because they lack confidence because they're manlets. And so they think that going to a gym is going to make them bigger. But in fact, gyms don't make you bigger. They just accelerate aging and a whole bunch of other stuff. They destroy you. They disintegrate you slowly over time. You deteriorate doing that, lifting. And these guys, they're never going to get taller or bigger. So they'll be puffy like this, but they'll never be tall and big like a real person. Like they're not going to be like over 6 feet tall and big and whatever. They're not. It's not going to grow you a gym. But in their fantasy, in their mind, they think, yeah, look at us. But you're still short. Women see you that way. They see you as a manlet. No amount of steroids is going to help them. I don't even see any girls around them in this channel. They're young guys. Wouldn't they have girls around them? Where's all the girls? Oh yeah, see? Look at me, I can bench. Look, I took some artificial steroids and I created some artificial strength. Look at me. Ooh, ha ha. This shit is hilarious watching these crazy people, man. These people are absolutely out of their mind insane. Come on, one more. Eep, eep. There we go, bro.
Lightweight? No.
Lightweight, baby.
Lightweight. Fuck. Holy shit.
There's some crazy shit here. More pumps. They always look in the mirror because they're growing muscles in a gym. You don't grow muscles in gym. Real muscles don't grow in gyms. Where do you think they grow? That's why they're looking at themselves, because they're all pumped up. You get it? Because they're building muscles in the gym. You want to know what they're building? For every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water are being drawn between the skin and muscle into the muscle to create these artificial sarcoplasmic hypertrophy muscles, man. Yeah, man. You may not want to believe that, and you know, his minions may come to my channel and see this video, and they're all going to scream and yell, yeah, this, that. But at the end of the day, the truth hurts, bro. Get it? You understand me, mothers? The fucking truth hurts, motherfuckers. Because these motherfuckers are building fake sarcoplasmic muscles, and I can prove it. They injected themselves with something fake. So their strength is artificial, and their muscles are artificial too. Because no Tren can get you over MND size limit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, okay? You can go and fuck yourselves. These fucking people that come from outside, and they're gonna try to challenge me and tell me shit on the board and write a bunch of stuff and scribble their bullshit and everything. I'll tell you why. Because when they go off these steroids, the strength is gone, and so are these fake fucking muscles that they grew are gonna disappear too, motherfucker. Get it, man? Not even Arnold looks like Arnold without his steroids. Give me a break, man. Like seriously, there's not much there that they have. They just look really puffy sarcoplasmic-y. What is the point of taking these drugs to create that? You could create it like I said, eating these potatoes to bypass MND size limit. Just eat shitloads of them and get pumped in the gym. Just eat bowls and bowls of them. Hell, you don't even need to eat any other food other than a 50-pound bag of potatoes. Just fucking pound them down. Go work out, and you'll look just as puffy as these motherfuckers, providing you're an ectomorph. I'm not saying you're mesomorph or an endomorph, a fat dude. You may not see the muscle if you're a fat dude. The only way you can see this puffy look is if you're like them, an ectomorph. How should I put it? A manlet ectomorph, okay? That's how you're able to see the muscles, because they got low body fat. That's about it. See these fake puffy muscles, okay? They'll expose themselves if you got low body fat.
Bros, get the mirror set up on the lat pull down.
Yeah, lap pull down, whatever. Meal 3, here we go.
Alright.
Their meals are subpar at that.
Post workout, you need to get that fucking protein into the muscles.
We need to get the protein into the muscles. Well, you do break down protein because that is a window for protein breakdown. That's all they're really doing is protein turnover. Let's go back over here. So we know that if muscle is going to gain that mass after the progenitor donates its nuclei, whatever, to hypertrophy these myofibrillars, protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. Okay, but guess what? Even though it is a window for protein synthesis, it is important to recognize that it is also a signal for what? Protein breakdown. So what exactly are they doing there when they hit this MND size limit, the ceiling limit, and then they go work out? Well, the myofibrillar definitely is breaking down proteins, and it could last 24, 48 hours or more. So it can be in a breaking down state. So you can actually shrink the myofibrillars. So you can't really tell the sarcoplasmic from the myofibrillar how much is there exactly. You can't really tell. And DEXA scans, they can't distinguish between the two. So yeah, it's like protein turnover. They're just basically going to a gym and turning over, and they're just going to a gym to pump glycogen, to absorb and hold glycogen using steroids, which is going to destroy their health, which they could have done with potatoes anyways, if they weren't so lazy.
That fucking protein into the muscles to start that recovery process ASAP.
So they're recovering, but they're not building. See, he even admitted it. We're going to start the recovery process, but not a building process because they reached an MND size limit.
I have 2 scoops.
Protein synthesis window, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about.
50 grams of protein.
Yeah, protein synthesis window, but it reached an MND size limit. So that protein synthesis window, that you're just replenishing the breakdown like I just showed you there.
Few options. You get rice cakes and protein powder, rice to grounds with protein powder, or you get chicken.
Yeah, slave food there. They're eating more slave food to destroy their health as well. The steroid and doing these crazy exercises and accelerated aging with like inflammatory responses, you get these keep constantly inflaming your muscles in the gym accelerates aging. That will increase you'll be dying faster. I put it there. There's a thing in my community section. Inflammation causes you to die faster. And these foods, they cause inflammatory responses to the cells, to your body, this, that. That too accelerates aging, man. It's crazy.
Rice, okay?
Well, I can't wait to see them when they're 40. They're just going to look like they're fucking like Jason Blaha. They're going to look 75 at 40. These little mush puppets.
Rice base, essentially, with some protein. You know, digestion.
Yes, let's put some slave food on there. Sugar-free syrup. Yeah, bullshit, man. It's chemical syrup, what you should call it.
Metabolism runs every process in your body, you know, so keeping that good digestion is essential.
It's funny how they actually sound like they actually fucking know something. They don't know anything. The only thing they know how to do is take a needle and inject it in themselves with chemicals, and then go and lift a bunch of weights artificial strength to lift a bunch of heavy weights, run around and eat the slave diet. That's about it, and talk shit.
If you're over here eating fucking fast food every fucking time you lift, it's just gonna fuck your gut health. And your gut health controls like how your stomach feels. And you're not gonna be able to eat as much.
Again, this video is not to put down these guys. I don't really care. I'm just reviewing this video, talking about what the fuck they're doing. That's it. What they're getting, what they're doing, what this is exactly, and according to science. But people are going to come around, and they're going to start screaming and yelling as usual. You get these fucking assholes, man, that come. They can't stop fucking crying like the little bitches that they are. Oh, you're putting down, I'm a minion of them. You're putting them down. They're Tren twins and this. Why are you doing this? Boo-hoo, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, man, you're going to get these crybabies that come around. They just can't understand why people are reviewing their videos, because we got a right to. That's why. Fair use, bro.
You're gonna get inflammation in your stomach, and you're gonna be thinking you gained 4 pounds. But real
Yeah, you're inflaming your stomach because you're eating the wrong food. That's why it looks like you're gaining 4 pounds. Duh.
It's like it's just gonna be, 2 pounds of inflammation in water. I'd probably be shocked
I like how he says, at least they know that 2 pounds of inflammation, water, and all that. At least they kind of recognize that because that's instinctual. You understand me?
if I wasn't like a bodybuilder. I'd probably like to become a chef.
If I wasn't a bodybuilder, I'd like to become a chef. You're a bodybuilder? I don't see you competing. You're not competing, are you? Well, I don't know. Or maybe just a natural bodybuilder. Yeah, okay. Oh, natural.
Lord knows I'm not eating whatever the
Man, these guys are as natural as Michael Hearn.
fuck you make. The fuck? Fuck you. I'm a much better chef than you. You're eating rice cakes with sugar-free syrup. I already had chicken and rice today, bro.
Man, they eat shitty food. That's all they're eating is a third thing. I told you, as a natural person, you need to be in an anabolic growth state. So you need to eat a way lot more than what they're eating. I can tell you that much. You got to eat shitloads of food, man. Yep.
I'm gonna have it.
Way more than...
I should have another one. 230 grams of salmon, 175 grams of sweet potato, a veggie. This is probably my favorite meal. Everything we did is pretty much like, we only cook breakfast and like dinner. It's meal prepped from this company called EverPrep.
I feel like the fucking Will Ferrell Elf movie, bro. Motherfucking eating syrup on everything type shit. Sweet taters for the wins, man. Just like how Ma used to make it. Except it didn't have the marshmallows and the brown sugar on top.
Yeah, okay. That looks like a good meal. Is that their fourth meal now? They're going to sleep. So they ate 4 meals. They ate 4 meals. I know people that eat I know people that eat that every day, 4 meals a day. So are you trying to convince me that a steroid on 4 meals a day, which natural people eat, are building them real muscles? No. Like I said, it's sarcoplasmic, bro. They can eat their 4 meals, their 5, 6, even 8 meals a day. You can eat 100 meals a day, but it is not bypassing MND size limit. If the progenitor is not donating any extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth, get it? He's not supporting. Yeah, so you can eat as much as you want. It ain't gonna do shit.
So then it's not.
Why do you think all these people want to take, myostatin injections? They're looking for something to shut off the myostatin hormone, this, that, so they can actually build real muscle. You understand me? But that's dangerous doing that. It's dangerous. So that they know it's fake muscles, a lot of people that are out there that's been in the industry. These people out in the industry know about it. That's why they're all chasing, Ral Grow, they're chasing, all this kind of stuff to build real muscle because they know it's all fake. Because it all goes away. If a steroid could actually build a muscle, everybody would be doing it. You understand me? They don't build muscles. They don't build muscle cells. And they themselves do not build muscle cells. They help in protein synthesis, but they do not build more muscle cells, so you can bypass MND size limit. All right? That's the thing. They don't do that. I'm sorry, they don't do that, man. I don't care what you say.
I used to make it. I know. Me and my kid have been living on our own since we were 18. Went to college, lived in the dorm together, wanted to kill each other. It's really just the same process.
Sure.
You need to get baptized again, son. I do. It's quite charming.
At the point you said that you were eating horse shit, but it looks like I'm eating horse shit, to be honest. Oatmeal again.
Yeah, they got some carbs. I mean, they're eating a slave diet. Oatmeal, all this crappy food, man. They eat shit. They eat pauper food, the slave food. Slave diet food, man.
And egg whites. Mikey's eating chicken and eggs. And so you see a pattern here, easily digestible and...
That's not bypassing MND size limit. That's not doing anything. Food doesn't get the progenitor cell to donate its nuclei to support further muscle growth. You could eat as much as food as you want. That's not what gets it to donate its nuclei to support further muscle growth. Food does build muscles. They do build proteins within the muscle cell itself to get that muscle cell to hypertrophy. But they're not donating more nuclei just because you ate a bunch of food. That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works, bro. So anyways, keep building those fake phony muscles. I just love this, man. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. The Tren twins, the steroid twins, man. the Tren slaves. That's what I call them, man. I should call them that. They're Tren slaves. That's what they are. See you in the next one. Comment down below, helps with the algorithm. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends.